Good morning. This is the Ramblings of an Indisciplined Mind podcast for Thursday, November 17th, 2016. So, it's foggy today. It's really foggy. I mean, not horrendously so. I mean, everything. There's probably, I'm going to say maybe quarter mile visibility, thereabouts. So it's fairly foggy. And I don't know, my brain felt foggy today. The words just had a hard time getting going. I made a mistake last night. I was nearing the end of a scene, and I had a really good writing day yesterday. I'd written 2,700 words, and I thought, I'll wrap this scene up in the morning, and I had no clue. I basically had no clue. I couldn't get into it. And once I did finally come up with an closure for the scene, I imagine it will get reworked in edits and started the next one. Then things started doing better, and in the end I got about 800 words. I've usually been shooting anywhere from 1,000 to 1,200 words in the morning sessions. So 800 is okay. For a little while there, I thought I was going to, run out of time, and I've only got like 300 words down. That would have been bad. But I got 800, so I think I can work with that. I don't really know what I want to talk about today. There's not really a whole lot going on in the world that I find worth commenting on. We've had the whole backlash to the election, and honestly, I find the reactions of some people just ridiculous. Total Chicken Little, the sky is falling stuff. There was one article I read yesterday that was about this professor who's used, I guess he's got a set of questions that he will go through and answer. And he's used it to predict elections for some time now. And he predicted Trump this time, supposedly. And now he's predicting that Trump will be impeached. And it was an interesting thought. His reason for that is, and he said it wasn't based on any kind of quasi-scientific thing he had. It was just his gut feeling that this is what was going to happen. Based upon Trump's previous issues with not bothering to follow legalities all the time, that he would likely do something to cross that line again. And then the line that was interesting was saying that the Republicans that are in Congress would have been much more comfortable with instead of a kind of a loose cannon like Trump, somebody more like Mike Pence, his running mate, who's more of a traditional Republican conservative. And I thought that was interesting because he was kind of like hinting at some sort of a coup almost in impeaching. They might find cause to impeach Trump, and they would happily pursue that, even the Republicans, because then Pence would become the president, and then once again they're in better control of what's going on. It could be all hooey, you don't know, but I thought it was an interesting thing to talk about. Would they? Yeah, I know that the Republicans aren't super enamored of him, but would they go that far? I don't know. It could get interesting. Of course, the lesson to remember is the lesson of Bill Clinton, who was impeached and finished his term. They impeached him. He did not do what Nixon did and voluntarily stand down. He was like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm assuming there might have been proceedings that could have been done to actually remove him from office, but those weren't done. I don't know if Trump would necessarily do any different. So, yeah, I mean, frankly, I was thinking that if Hillary won, she would get impeached. I thought they would be like the first husband-wife team to both be impeached. Because I think her legality is iffy as well. So, maybe that's just going to be a thing from the 2016 election. Is whoever gets impeached. I don't know. That's a big process, and I don't know if it would really happen. I don't know that it's necessarily necessary. I don't believe that the impeachment of Clinton really did anything. Obviously, he didn't stand down. It was just kind of Congress's way of saying, we don't like what you're doing. We think it's wrong. And then, of course, it spawned this whole impeach thing. So when W was in office and the Democrats were all impeach Bush, and then because they had to respond to that when Obama was in office, you had to impeach Obama. It's just like, you people are ridiculous. I mean, sometimes they sound like toddlers. But I'm pretty sure it's not the end of the world. It's not going to be dogs and cats living together. We've definitely had the mass hysteria part, but there's no Stay Puft Marshmallow Man walking the streets. And I wish people would just settle down. Some of the words that have been used just made me want to say drama queen much. Things like terrifying and horrifying, and they're talking about the fact that Trump won. It's like, all right, your side lost, but it doesn't mean that life as we know it is ending. It doesn't mean that life in this country as we know it is ending. It doesn't mean we're going to have, all the police are going to be replaced by Ku Klux Klan or what have you. And so I think we're just going to have this constant, unfortunately, I think we're going to have this constant thrum of high-pitched, red-faced screaming, the sky is falling because Trump intends to do this, until he gets in the office. That's the stupid thing. Everybody's wigging out. We've had the protests in the streets and all this, and he's not even in office yet. We've got till January for that. So it'll be interesting to see, does it settle down once he's in office and Satan doesn't immediately come to roost on the White House lawn or not? I don't know. Time will tell. But yeah, I guess that's it for my ramble today. I will be back tomorrow, although maybe from the studio. But at any rate, I'll be talking to you then. So, be seeing you.